Good afternoon, everyone. Before we start our talk this afternoon, I would like to invite all of us to practice sitting in silence for a few minutes. First of all, I would like to ask that you find yourself a comfortable posture, any way that you feel comfortable. Maybe not really comfortable, but you try to. Keep your back normally straight with your shoulders relaxed. You can close your eyes now, so it's easier for you to focus. Keep your light smile on your lips. Now you can pay attention to your nose, where you realize you are breathing in and you are breathing out. Do not force yourself to breathe. Do not make any effort to breathe. Allow your breath normally in and out. When you're breathing in, you can silently say, calming the body. When you breathe out, you can silently say, calming the mind. Because the body and the mind are very related. Once the body is not in a healthy condition, it affects our mind. When our mind is not in a healthy condition, it affects the body. So breathing technique is the technique to help us to balance for both physical and mentally health. Do not thinking about the past, worry for the future. Nothing else except your mindful breathing. Your awareness on your breath. Breathing in, calming the body. Breathing out, calming the mind. Or breathing in, I calm my mind. Breathing out, I smile. Because when you remind yourself to smile, you will smile and you will look more fresh. Please do not moving. Do not agitate. Pay attention closely to your breathing, to your breath. breathing in and breathing out. If anything that jump in your mind, let it go. Do not continue to follow. Go back to yourself. Go back to your conscious breathing. I will no longer drag myself by many things not necessary. Good afternoon, my young brother, sister, friends. Today is Sunday, March 31st, 2019. I have the opportunity to visit Việt Nam Temple in Seattle during the 2 days retreat for the Vietnamese community. And during this schedule, the organizer requested Thầy to spend a short time with young friends to speak a little bit about our daily practice, so you all can understand a little bit more about how we practice in our daily life. So my very first word, I would like to express my deep thanks to all of you who take off your valuable time in this afternoon to come and see me, and you're willing to sit on floor like this and to listen to my sharing. Thank you so much. How are you? Can we sing a song? Do you know any English song in Buddhist practice? Do you know the song I have arrived, I am home? I have arrived, I am home, in the here and in the now. On 3. 1, 2, 3. I have arrived, I am home, in the here and in the now. Can you sing louder to show me that you are here and the now? I have arrived, I am home, in the here and in the now. I am solid, I am free. Easy, huh? I am solid, I am free. 1, 2, 3. I have arrived, I am home, in the here and in the now. I am solid, I am free. I am solid, I am free. In the ultimate I drown, in the ultimate I drown. Only 3 sentences, but we sing twice each. I have arrived, I am home, in the here and the now. I am solid, I am free. What else? In the ultimate that I drown. Only 4 sentences, okay? 1, 2, 3. I have arrived, I am home, in the here and in the now. I have arrived, I am home, in the here and in the now. I am solid, I am free, I am solid, I am free. In the ultimate I drown, in the ultimate I drown. My dear brothers and sisters, one of the most important things that I want to inform and share with you that you should know that practicing Buddhism is the practicing to going home. Our home is our solidity mind. And because we are unable to stay solidity, that's why we always feel uncomfortable, stressful and depressed. When we look out, and there are a lot of things to attract us, and sometimes we are not enough energy to satisfy, to match, and we feel there is a hole there. In order to fill up that hole, we need to come back to ourselves and to see what's wrong with us and how much we can capable. Only that way will help us to live balancing and happy. Each of us, we have limited of capacity on many things, even study, making friends, following all the devices, technology. Let's say I only have $100, but if I buy something over 100, I can't. And if I don't buy something, I feel that I don't have something to compare with my friends. And that will add up a lot and will stress me. So one of the things we have to practice to see how much we have in order to buy something that appropriate with the amount we have. And that's always make us happy. Why when you look at the Buddha statue, the Buddha look down. When we do meditation, when we do sitting silently, we look down. Look down means come back to ourselves. So the song we just sang, I have arrived, I am home. Because we are the traveler, we travel so long away from our home. And sometimes we get lost. We don't know which way to go back home. That means sometimes we don't know what to do. We're totally lost. And if we, unfortunately, we meet some friends that they're unable to help us to come back. They're unable to protect us. They're unable to embrace us. But they have a lot of, wrong view about life, wrong thinking, wrong action. And they may influence us. They may affect us. So social life with friends also very important too. Because sometimes friends able to bring you back, help you to come back to yourself. I have arrived, I am home. Let's imagine if someday you are going somewhere but you don't have the address. You lost the direction. You are very scared. You're scared and you feel lost. But, luckily you can find the direction. You feel so at ease. I found it. So Buddhism is not a religion only where you come for a faith, a belief. But Buddhism is the practice. We need to learn and apply, because Buddhism means the way of life. But a healthy way of life, not the unhealthy way. There are a lot of people, they still live, but their life is totally unhealthy. We have a lot of junk food around, right? But we also have a lot of healthy food around. But if you are mindful, you will take the healthy one for your body. You have the right to take the junk. Nobody will do anything on you. But if you do not love yourself, do not love your family, you may take a lot of junk that damage your body. And once your body is in the damage, your whole family affected. So once you're happy, everyone around you will be happy. This is what Buddhism calls the interbeing. We happy, others happy. We are not happy, others also affect. So we will declare, I don't care, this is my body. I want to do anything I want. But do you know that when you say that, you hurt a lot of people around you, especially people who are caring for you. Sometimes we don't care what we talk, what we say. We just say it as long as we're happy with the way we say it. That means unmindful speech. We have to be responsibility of everything we do, we speak. So that's why Buddha means the one who awakes. Buddhism means the way to awake, the path to live in the mindful way. Mindful means carefully aware, protection. If you are mindful on the flower, on this cut and fresh flower, you will water the flower. You will take good care for the flower. But if you don't care this flower, you never water, you never do anything to keep it as long as they can. So why we care? Because of love. If we have no love, we have no care. So Buddhism is the practicing of caring and loving. Caring means it's the symbolize of what Phổ Hiền Bồ Tát, Samantabhadra. Loving symbolize of Bodhisattva Quang Âm. Because when we suffer, we call her name. She is the one who listens to our suffer. And the other one will come and protect us. Have you ever seen the Bodhisattva with 1,000 hands and 1,000 eyes? Thiên thủ, thiên nhãn. We recite that every day. Thiên thủ means 1,000 arms. Thiên nhãn means 1,000 eyes. The eye symbolize for understanding. The hand symbolize for protection and love. Because we love, that's why we protect. If you love your girlfriend, you will protect her. If you hate that person, you try to destroy him. It turns into action right away. If we hate somebody, we will turn that hate into action. We do something to hurt that person. But if we love somebody, we will turn that love into action. So that's why we need to cultivate our loving kindness daily. Life needs love. Just like flower needs water. The flower needs water. The flower needs sunshine. The flower needs our protection, our caring. Every one of us here, we need love, we need caring. For instance, since yesterday evening, my stomach doesn't work well. I didn't say anything, but people can recognize it. They bring me a lot of medications. When I receive the medication, what do I receive? Caring and love. If they don't care about me, they won't give anything. But because they do care, that's why they bring me something. Oatmeal, cháo, congee. So when your mom come to you, she do something. Mom, I don't need you. I don't need you to leave me alone. You know, the way we speak. It's totally opposite with what she done for us. Because she come with us with love and care, but we respond her with what? Rejection and don't care. Because we don't care, that's why we respond in that way. And not kind enough. But we're willing to do this to our loved one. So that means even our loved one, they do something for us, we have to respond in such a way that they feel that they have been appreciated by us. What is that? Buddhism. Because when we talk about Buddhism, we don't talk about a belief. We talk about how to live and how to love. That's why we have the bell and the drum in the main Buddha hall. The drum symbolizes for understanding. The bell symbolizes for love. When you find, when somebody they addict to smoking, we will bring them to the place where they help people to quit smoking. If the addiction to gambling, there is a place where people to come to train themselves and to transform the addiction of gambling. Buddhism is the place where to help us to transform our uncaring love, uncaring action. Because every one of us, we just we addict to something. Why? Because since we are small, we socialize, the society, we are affected by many things around. The wrong is not from us. We receive so many things around. That's why we turn into like that. And once we reflect, we realize, I have lived in that negative way. Then now I need to find a way to go home. I'm not like that. But how come lately I am like this? I need to return home to come back to myself. I need to be myself. My beautiful self, not my unbeautiful self. When we wake up early in the morning, we spend half an hour for hair, for face, for clothes. Make sure we look nice before we go out. It's all right. We do something to make us look nice. But have you ever come back and reflect? Did I do something that I treat nice? Or people see that I am treating them nice? That's why we need to come to the retreat. We did not treat each other nice. We need to come to retreat. Learn how to retreat. Because accidentally we have done something wrong, we need to redo. If you do something wrong, it's not a sin. In Buddhist practice, we don't look down on anyone. But Buddhist practice will help we reach our hand out as far as we can to embrace the one who lives in the negative way. That is the person, the most important person. We need to find them and bring them back. We don't push out anyone. Remember that. So we come to learning the way to live. Live meaningfully, live happily, and help others to live the same way as we did. Every day we eat, we drink, we talk, we act. But without mindfulness, we may do something to hurt someone. We may say something to hurt someone. We may eat something that hurt our body, that damage the body. Where are all kind of sickness come from? Come the way we eat. Come from the way we intake. Where are all the problems come from? Come from the impatience from each of us. If we have enough patience for each other, things will be different. That's why when we have a wedding, in the Vietnamese tradition, we have to put on the wedding rings, right? Wedding rings in every tradition, but especially Vietnamese tradition, we call the wedding rings nhẫn. Nhẫn means patience. So now we should know that this is the ring of patience. If you accept each other as a spouse, you have to be patient for each other. So Vietnamese tradition, we call the wedding rings nhẫn. English translation, the ring of patience. So every time when you pull up your hand, you almost fight that person. Look at your ring. This is the ring of patience. You can put your, instead of this, you will do like this. So you know, there are a lot of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they are doing mudra, right? A lot of mudras. When we go Gia Đình Phật tử, this is one of the mudra. And you see a lot of Buddha, different mudra. Amita Buddha, this is one of his mudra. Calling. Come here. I give you my stage. So this is also a mudra, angry mudra. But when we pull this up with mindfulness, we can transform this mudra into compassion mudra. So what is the practice here? Transform, change. We don't need to do anything new. There's nothing new, just change it. You know, in the temple, when we make the flower arrangement like this, few days later, some of the flower go bad, right? We take this out, we replace another one. Practicing Buddhism is like that. You know you don't have a good speech, fix that. When you put the cup on the plate not straight enough, you nicely put this back nice and neat. Buddhism. Very simple Buddhism. We can call Buddhism 101. I want to inform Buddhism is the way to practice, the way to change, the way to fix. In other words, the way to care and love. We do need love, but we learn how to love. Sometimes the more we love, the more we suffer that person. Because we don't know the art of loving. Even when you arrange the flower, when it's enough, you have to stop. Not you have the whole bundles of flower and you just put them in. It looks not nice. So we have to learn how to arrange the flower. Make sure this flower arrangement looks nice and beautiful. This is the art of arrange the flowers. Everything needs the art of cooking, the art of decoration, now the art of living mindfully. What can help us to live in that kind of art? Reflecting. Come back to reflect how we have lived. That's why I really encourage all of my young friends here. Spend 10-15 minutes every night before you go to bed. Sit properly and follow your breath to calm your mind, to calm yourself. So once you calm, lot of things you clear. You see what you have done wrong. If that is wrong, try to transform that and turn that into right. If that is the right, try to keep that effort and make it stronger and better each day. This is what we call diligently. Tinh tấn. There are 4 different kinds of diligence. If the goodness already there, try to increase that goodness. If the positive, the goodness is not cultivated yet, try to cultivate that. If the negative already exists, try to make it gone. If the bad side, the negative side, not cultivated yet, try not to let that grow. Those are the 4 things we can practice. Let's say you already know how to do math, but you have to keep doing that all the time in order to give you more skillful on math. You are strong on math. If you know English, it's not enough. You have to read and understand deep English. So if you keep going on something you learn, and that will bring you more understanding and deeper in your knowledge about that. So the song we just learned, I have arrived, I am home. In the here, in the now. Because we used to thinking about the past, worry for the future. We are hardly to live in the present moment. That's why now, young generation have a lot of depression and stress. I should say that right now the society, a lot of people stressful, a lot of people depressed because they don't know how to come back to appreciate what they have in the present moment. They regret for the past, they suffer, they worry for the future, and they totally forgot the present moment. If the past is negative, but that negative already gone. If you do not want this past to continue, you stop it and you live, you dwelling wholeheartedly, you try to make the present moment wholeheartedly, and you will make the future better. If we do care for the future, let's go and take care for the present. If we want the past done nicely, let it go and go back. Take good care for the present. So the Buddha said the past already passed. Future not yet come. Present moment is the wonderful moment. And we have learned that the past is history. The future is mystery. Today is a gift. That's why we call present. Present is a gift. And we learn how to open this present, this gift, every morning. We have a good life, and we want to cultivate this good life stronger, more solid, more beautiful, more meaningful. If not, it will become waste. We have a lot of beautiful flowers, but if we don't know how to decorate, then the flower is useless. we are sitting here and we are able to do something very beautiful for life, and try to make that possible as much as you can. So today we have a chance to sitting together. I just want to remind you a very brief and easy way to practice the mindful living. And you should understand the true meaning of Buddhism. Do not think that you are coming for a religion, for a faith. It's okay. If we don't believe, we never come. If we have no faith, we cannot continue. But what is this faith offer us? What is this belief offer us is the most important. If we stop right at the faith and belief, not enough. We have to open the door to move in deeper, to see what's inside. If you only come to Buddhism by belief and faith, you are standing right at the door. Standing outside, we cannot tell anything inside. And sometimes it makes you feel uncomfortable by what you look from outside. And you there, you just need to open that door and you have a chance to witness a lot of things in there. Or even you can enjoy a lot of things that they decorate in there. But we are lazy to open. That's why we don't know what's beautiful inside. And I hope that today, I know you have understand much about Buddhism. But I just want to remind more. So you're willing to open that door and get into it. I practice Buddhism since I'm 7. And at the age of 15, I request my parents' permission to ordain as a novice, as a Buddhist monk. I ordained in 1990. It's more than 20 years. But how come I still continue my practice? Because when I arrive at the door, I'm willing to open that door and enjoy things inside. And the more you move in, lot of things interesting, lot of new things for you to learn, and you will witness a lot of new things. And that is the beneficial of listening to the Dharma. When you're listening to the Dharma, it opens you a lot of things you never know. It gives you the right understanding about what you have learned in the past. Sometimes we have learned something in the past, but in the wrong way. But you listening to the Dharma, it informs you, it corrects you. What you have learned, what you have known many years ago is wrong. So that is the benefit of listening to the Dharma. First of all, what you have learned now is a chance for you to correct it. What you never know, now you have to know. And it makes you have the right understanding, right view, right speech. It gives you all the rights because we have now on the right track. Thank you for your listening. And today, some of you will take the vows to become the students of the Buddha, and you're willing to take the mindfulness trainings to apply into your daily life. What are the 5 trainings? First of all, we are aware of the suffering caused by destruction of life. So we vow not to kill. We vow to protect all form of life. Why we need to do this? Because we have love for all the beings. So remember, in Buddhism, we don't have any rules to forcing anyone to take. Every single trainings we receive according to we are understanding and we are loving for that. Very first one, aware of the suffering caused by destruction of life. I vow not to kill. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation. I vow not to steal. Aware of the suffering caused by broken families in the society because of the sexual misconduct. I vow not to engage any other relationship without love and long-term commitment. Lot of sickness, lot of broken families just because we do not protect ourselves, especially about the relationship. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability of listening deeply to each other. We cause lots of suffering because of those. That's why from now on, I vow to taming my words. I vow to using loving speech more in my conversation. You invest your love to the life right away. Understanding and awareing about suffering on food we take, things we intake. So that's why I make the commitment, be very careful, very mindful on anything that I bring into my body, like food and drinks. I also damage my mind a lot because of the violence games, violence movies, violence novels, books, magazines. Now I will learn mindful on those movies, programs. Nothing wrong on entertainment. But if we are not mindful on entertainment, the entertainment will become the very sharp weapons to damage ourselves. So if you reflect deeply on these 5 trainings, and you will see that these trainings are not the commitments to force us, but these are all show the love, the compassionate for the society, for family, and for ourselves. So you take the vows, but no vows suffer us, because we know that every single training we take, and that is the beautiful flower we can offer for the society, for the life. Just exactly when you stop at the stop sign, but you have no suffer, because you know exactly you are stopping like this, you are bringing safety for you and others. We stop at the traffic lights because we need to bring the safety to everyone who are driving on the road. So for those who taking the vows today, instead of explaining to you later on, now I take this opportunity to share with you the 5 trainings, why we need to take this. For the conclusion, bless you. Thank you for reminding me. Time's up. You are a good alarm clock. If somebody asks you, the Buddha gave tons of talks and lectures. So can you summarize what are the basic, the main idea about Buddhism? I hope that you can keep in mind these 3 things. Now, we summarize the teachings of the Buddha into 3 sentences. Do not do bad things. Try to do good things. Purify your mind. That's all what the Buddha taught. Once you can calm your mind, purify your mind, you never do bad. You only do good. So once your mind is transformed, everything around you will be transformed. Your speech, your words, your action will be transformed, because all of that come from the mind. The wrong action, the wrong speech, they always come from the wrong thinking. So once the mind is transformed into the goodness, of course, we have the good speech and the good action. Thank you for your listen, and I hope that you enjoy your weekend and keep your good efforts about practicing the Buddha's teaching. Thank you so much.
Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Kính thưa tất cả quý cụ, quý Phật tử và quý đạo hữu. Sau 2 ngày tu học, chúng ta giờ này là giờ để nói lên cái sự tôn kính, lòng kính trọng của mình đối với vị Pháp Sư đã hết lòng chỉ dạy và hướng dẫn chúng ta trên đường tu học. Thì buổi lễ cúng dường đáng lý thì chúng ta nên làm ở trên chánh điện, nhưng vì trên chánh điện cũng rất là đông, mà dưới này thì càng đông hơn, cho nên chúng tôi sẽ làm ở dưới này để cho thuận tiện, và đồng thời cũng để cho các em mới nhỏ đó nó học được cái nghi lễ của một người Phật tử đối với vị thầy mình tôn kính. A Di Đà Phật. Okay, now my young friend, right? So this is the time that we offer something to the Venerable to say, to show respect to him. After 2 days, he teach the Buddha teaching to us. So what I do, I would like you to do exactly what I do. And the most important thing is that quiet and no action. Just quiet and then listen and observe. What I do, you do exactly like that. Okay? Bây giờ thưa quý vị, con cúng dường có đủ chưa? Sau đó là ok, xong đó là. So you just observe. I didn't say anything after that, right? Okay? Now you have to pay respect by do your hand like this, okay? Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Kính thầy ngồi đi ạ, kính thầy ngồi. Con Thích Lượng Chân Tiên có duyên sự xin đồng thành đảnh lễ tác bạch. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Chùa Việt Nam chúng con có được duyên lành rất nhiều phước báo, được thầy hoan hỷ về chùa Việt Nam mở khóa tu học 2 ngày, và chúng con trong thời gian 2 ngày qua đã tu học được rất nhiều việc để hướng dẫn chúng con trên đường tu học. Bây giờ Phật sự đã được viên mãn, chúng con đại diện cho tất cả Phật tử đến tu học trong khóa tu học mùa xuân 2 ngày, xin có chúc thịnh tài trên cúng dường 10 phương chư Phật, dưới cúng dường hiện tiền chư tôn đức. Nguyện cầu xin thầy hoan hỷ chấp nhận để cho chúng con được ân tri công đức. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Trên Thầy đã từ bi quan hệ chứng minh cho rồi. Chúng con xin đại diện cho tất cả chư Phật tử đã tham dự khóa tu học 2 ngày vừa qua và đại diện cho Chùa Việt Nam thành kính đảnh lễ tam bài. Now all the young children toward to the Buddha and bow Buddha 3 times. You don't have to stand, you just sit and what I bow and you just bow down, okay? Put your hand like this, okay? Alright. Nhất thiết cung kính nhất tâm kính lễ chư Phật chư Đại Bồ Tát. Nhân thiết cung kính nhân tâm kính lễ chư Phật chư Đại Bồ Tát. Nhân thiết cung kính nhân tâm kính lễ chư Phật chư Đại Bồ Tát. Như là Phật, cảm ơn tất cả các em. Thank you. Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Buổi lễ cúng dường chư công đức tới đây chấm dứt và buổi lễ buổi pháp thoại nói chuyện với các em thanh thiếu niên tới đây cũng chấm dứt và chúng con kính cung thỉnh. Now sit down. Chúng con kính cung thỉnh thầy lên chánh điện để chuẩn bị lễ quy y. Now, listen. Just a moment. No, quiet. Quiet is the most important thing. Always quiet. Now, everybody would stand up and chanting the same in the beginning. Okay? Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. 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 Okay, now it's done. Now my turn to go upstairs. So I'm thanking for coming and welcome to our. Quiet, always quiet.